Hello, 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 hello.
Hi, Rijeko. Hello.
How are you, Bridget?
Glad to be here. How about you?
It's good to be here. I'm good. I'm good. You know
Mm.
what? I've noticed that each time we're coming in live, you seem to say, "Hi, Rijeko." So I should start to say, "Hi, Bridget." But anyway, it's beautiful. It's always wonderful to be with you, Bridget. Good evening. Well, good morning to you from your the side of your world, and to our audience. Good evening from Australia, and good morning to you guys who are watching us from UK. We are really really happy to be back again, and woof, we cannot believe it. We've made it to day 23
Wow.
of this gratitude challenge.
Mm.
I tell you what, guys, it's been a heck of commitment that we'd had to
Mm.
do.
Mm.
Obviously, being that Bridget and I are in different sides of the
Mm.
world,
Mm.
we are both committed. We are still working full time at the moment,
Mm.
and it's a challenge that we would have loved to do on a daily basis,
Yeah.
but because we're in different parts of the world,
Mm.
we committed to doing it weekly,
Yeah.
and it really worked for both of us,
Yeah.
and I just can't believe how far we've come you know
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Mm.
also want to add that, it hasn't been all a bed of roses.
Mm.
We have the ups, but we also have the downs. But through it all, we
Mm.
managed to come back on your screens. And I
Mm.
think that's the wonderful part of these challenges, that we
Mm.
get to carry you guys as our audience through
Mm.
everything that is happening behind the scenes. Because you know what? You cannot pretend
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
they read a lot, they see a lot, and
Mm.
to me, it's a beautiful way of doing this market attraction, because
Mm.
they actually get to see that we are real people with
Yeah.
real lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, wherever you're watching us from, guys, learn from us.
Mm.
It's very doable. It's
Mm.
very doable. And the best thing about doing this business is you get an opportunity to be in partnership. It's
Mm.
something that you don't have to do by yourself.
Mm.
And when you're in partnership, you rely on each other. There's
Mm.
that responsibility, accountability factor. You
Mm.
encourage each other, you push each other,
Mm.
you hold hands together, and you
Mm.
go for it through thick
Mm.
and thin.
Mm.
Results, no results, you just
Mm.
go, go, go,
Amen.
go.
Amen. Amen.
So it's been a very wonderful experience, and I really
Mm.
appreciate,
Mm.
Bridget, the day that you actually said yes. I think this has been our second set of, not challenge per se, it's our first challenge, but when
Mm.
we decided to work together,
Yeah.
managed to create magic. So
Yes.
thank you for just saying yes.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you, Rujeko. I just want to echo everything you said. I just remember that verse that says two is better than one. And
Mm,
I have lived it. I have experienced it with you
mm.
in business. Thank you so much. Truly, the power of partnership cannot be underestimated.
That's right.
Mm.
That's right. That's
Mm.
right. Well, guys, so we want to get into it, and we
Mm.
encourage you, wherever you're watching us from, please like, share, comment, click the follow button if you're watching us from Facebook, click the subscribe button if
Mm.
you're watching us from YouTube,
Mm.
and we'll be more than happy just to hear from you and to know where you're watching us from.
Mm.
Anyway, so I'll quickly introduce myself. That was a long introduction. Sorry, guys. But anyway, my name my name is Rujeko. I originally
Mm.
come from Zimbabwe. I grew up in Harare, guys. That's where I grew up. I've got two children born and are being raised here in Australia. And yeah, by profession, I'm a registered nurse, and I am a very happy, content, proud, growing digital business owner.
Mm. And hello,
Bridget.
everyone. My name is Bridget. I'm based here in the UK. And like you, Rujeko, I too was raised in Zimbabwe. And I grew up in the mining towns of Zimbabwe. So didn't grow up in
Oh,
one place. I grew up in a number of places. And
okay.
we finally settled into Shabani
Oh,
for those who,
oh.
yeah. But I went to school in Bulawayo. So Salibonani out there in Jani.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I have a daughter who's almost 21, and I am a therapist by profession and a very, very purposeful digital
Mm.
business owner.
You know, you indeed are a therapist. It comes through, undoubtedly when you are speaking,
Yeah.
it's built within you.
Oh.
And I've noticed when you're starting to get into your therapist mode, or we have a lot of viewers start to join in, because they absolutely love it. They love it. They love to hear you speak. They love how, you know, um you put so much sense in everything. It's so amazing to hear.
Oh,
So wow, we are
thank you.
just proud of who you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to share.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Mm,
Okay, guys, so today we are day
mm,
23, and we are actually doing a challenge. It's a 28-week
mm,
challenge by Rhonda Byrne. It's a book that we've been following. It's called The Magic. If you are somebody who is into being motivated, build, mindset, which is what this new age is all about. We were just talking about it today with some of the parents, and we're saying this thing of having sciences and art, does it really work in our generation?
mm,
I think if you're applying for a job, they're more into mindset. They're more into innovation. They're more into these things that we're actually
mm,
sharing here.
mm,
This is the Gen Z type of, I believe, I don't
mm,
know,
mm.
growing up that is happening now. and
Yeah.
and and evidently, we are now in the digi era.
Mm,
This is where a lot of these Gen Z's are becoming literally millionaires, and we are
mm,
just following through. We are following behind with
mm,
our digital business.
mm,
And we are proud that our digital business only started 10 years ago. We're very young.
mm,
Mother company has been there for years, guys, 50 years, so it's not going anywhere.
mm,
But here we are doing it on social media, and we are
mm.
absolutely winning,
Yeah.
winning, 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 winning.
Yes. Yes.
We
Yes,
love it.
indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We love it. We are learning a lot. We are
Mm,
growing. You get to grow. Not only are you growing financially, which is obviously the purpose, but
mm,
you get to grow professionally. You get to grow
mm,
personally as
mm,
well.
mm.
And you learn how to apply yourself when working with people, because this is
Mm.
more like a people business.
Amen.
So it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So today's topic, what is it? It says the magical air that you breathe.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
It is quite possible to leave your home for a walk in the early morning air and return a different person. Oh yes, that's true. If someone had told me a few years back to be grateful for the air that I breathe, I
Mm.
would have thought the person was absolutely crazy. It wouldn't have made a bit of sense to me. Why on earth would anyone be grateful for the air that we breathe? But as my life changed from using gratitude, the things that I took for granted or didn't give a second thought about became an absolute miracle to me. I went from sweating the small stuff in my little world and day to day life to opening my eyes and thinking about the bigger picture and wonder of the universe. As the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amount of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. Wow.
Mm.
Those words made me think more and more about the bigger picture. It's not an accident that there's a protective atmosphere surrounding us and that beyond it there's no air or oxygen. It's not an accident that the tree give off oxygen so that our atmosphere is continually replenished.
Mm.
It's not an accident that our solar system is perfectly placed and that if it were anywhere else in the galaxy, we would most likely be devastated by cosmetic radiation. There are thousands of parameters and ratios that support life on Earth. All of them are on a edge, and their fine tuning is so critical that a fraction of a difference in any of these parameters and ratios would make life unlivable on planet Earth. Isn't that wonderful, guys? God is amazing.
Mm.
It is difficult to believe any of these things could have happened by accident. It would seem that they are perfectly designed, perfectly placed, and perfectly balanced just for us. When the realization hits you that all of these things might not be an accident and that the balance of every microscope element surrounding earth and on earth is in perfect harmony to support us, you will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude
Mm.
for life because all of it has been done to just sustain you.
Mm.
The magical air that you breathe is not an accident or a fluke of nature. When you think about the enormousness of what had to take place in the universe for us to have air, and you have, when you think, I will say that again. When you think about the enormousness of what had to take place in the universe for us to have air, and you then take a breath breathing air into your body, becomes breathtaking in every sense of the word. We take one breath after another and never give a thought to the fact that there is air for us to breathe. Yet, oxygen is one of the most plentiful elements in our body, and as we breathe, it feeds every cell in our body so that we can continue to live. The most precious gift of our life is air, because without it, none of us would last more than a few minutes. When I first began to use gratitude's magical power, I used it for a lot of personal things that I wanted, and it worked. But it was when I began to be grateful for the real gifts in life that I experienced the ultimate power of gratitude. The more grateful I become for a sunset, a tree, the ocean, the dew on the grass, my life, the people in it, everything material I've ever dreamed of, you know, I now understand the reason why it happened that way. When we can feel truly grateful for the precious gifts of life and nature, like the magical air that we breathe, we have reached one of the deepest possible levels of gratitude. And whoever has that depth of gratitude will receive absolute abundance. Today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving inside your body and feel the joy of breathing it out. Thank you, Lord.
Mm.
Take 5 full breaths in and out 5 different times today. And after you have taken each set of 5 breaths, say the magic word. And what's our magic, guys? Our magic word is thank you,
You.
thank you, thank you
Thank you.
for the magical air that I breathe.
Mm.
And be as genuinely grateful as you can for the precious life giving air that you breathe. Wow, I love this. Today
Mm.
it's nice, simple, and keeping it real.
Mm. Okay.
Oh.
So it is best if you can do this magical practice outside so you can feel and appreciate the magnificence of fresh air. But if that's not possible, then do it inside. You can close your eyes while taking the breaths. So you can do it with your eyes open. You can do it while you're walking, waiting in line, shopping, or anywhere at any time you want. The important thing is to deliberately feel the feeling of the air going in and out of your body. Breathe the way you normally breathe, because the magical practice is not about your breathing, but about your gratitude for the air you breathe. If taking a bigger breath helps you to feel more gratitude, then do that. If it helps to make a sound or mentally say the magic words thank you as you breathe the air out, then do that. If you want, you can also do a variation of this practice in the future by imagining you're breathing in gratitude and filling yourself up with it with every breath you take. In ancient teachings, it is said that when a person reaches the point of being deeply grateful for the air that they breathe, their gratitude will have reached a new level of power, and
Mm.
they will have become the true alchemist who can effortlessly turn every part of their life into gold.
Wow, this is what they're taught. Mm.
Mhm. So now we come to the practices that we'll be doing. So the magical air that you breathe. Count your. So we're going to use. This is what we've been doing since we started. Is
Mm.
to make a list of 10 blessings. Write them. Write down why you're grateful for them. Reread your list. At the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can.
Mm.
And and then 5 times today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving inside your body and feel the joy of breathing it out. Quite simple. But yeah,
Mm.
5 times.
Mm.
After you've taken the 5 breaths, say the magic words. Thank you for the magical air that I breathe. Be grateful. Be as grateful as you can for the precious, life giving air that you breathe. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that
Best
happened
thing that happened to
during the
me day to day.
Awesome. So
Mm.
it's a very simple practice that we have today to finish with. But I
Mm.
actually think, when you're going through a difficult time, when you're really pressed and under
Mm.
pressure,
Mm.
and especially when you've got a lot of emotion that you're feeling about many other things,
Yeah.
sometimes the simplest thing of just connecting with your breath and appreciating the
Yes.
simplest thing brings you back it brings you to soberness, to consciousness,
Mm.
where you're no longer looking at the complexities of life that you're experiencing,
Mm.
and
Mm.
you're just looking at the simplicity of this
Mm.
breath, that without this breath I wouldn't be here. So
Mm.
it's very, very precious. So
Mm.
I wonder if you'd be okay if we can do this 5 times breathing thing now.
I don't mind, I actually wanted to just add on to what you were saying. I wanted to
Yeah.
say this is actually a very common technique that I
Mm,
think we both use in the
mm,
mental health industry,
yeah.
especially to anxiety affected patients.
Mm,
There is nothing as so good as,
mm,
like you're saying, connecting with your breaths,
mm.
taking it all in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you just
Mm,
release that breath, you're releasing, you know,
mm.
all those worries, the
Yeah.
anxiety, all those negative emotions
Yes.
is what you're releasing.
Yes.
It really, really works. It really works.
Absolutely. 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 100%. I agree. Because the
Mm.
truth is, apparently, when we are under pressure, under stress, we actually hold our breath or stop breathe. Many of us stop breathing or we breathe shallow. We'll just be
Mm.
holding our breath without realizing it. So
Mm.
reconnecting with our breath is a reaffirmation that life goes on. Life is still here.
Mm.
Life is
Mm.
still precious, regardless of the circumstances that you're in. And I myself need that reminder today because I've had some heavy stuff to deal with lately, and
Yeah.
it's been challenging to look at everything and think. oh, and practice the gratitude. But yes, I've been pressing through. But
Mm,
last night, I'll be honest, last night I didn't because we talked about this. I had a heavy, heavy, heavy situation I had to deal with. So
mm,
I'm really grateful that I get to do this now. And it's a good reminder for me.
mm,
It's a
mm,
really, really
mm.
good reminder. So I'm grateful I came. I'm grateful that we get to do this.
Wonderful. And having said that as well, those deep breaths,
Mm,
there's just something about how, like you're saying, subconsciously you stop breathing
yeah.
properly.
Mm,
And when you take in that great big breath so
mm,
purposefully, there's some activity that actually happens in the brain there when you
yeah.
have a lot of air now
Yes.
circulating in the brain, and
Yeah.
a lot of things that were going on start to disconnect as well. There's
Absolutely.
something magical that starts to happen
Yeah.
when all this is happening. It's happening in your brain.
Yeah.
Things are being released in your
Yeah.
emotions, in your
Absolutely.
soul.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of healing that is
Yes.
taking place, and it's, I tell you what, it's truly, truly, truly magical.
Yeah.
We all need a big dose of breath.
And
We really do.
absolutely. So, with the viewers out there who may be on their own and thinking, oh gosh, I don't even know how to do this thing, join us and let's do it now
Let's do it.
and practice.
We're gonna let you, therapist Bridget, lead us into this. So yes, please.
All right. So she said five times where you take a breath in and you say, let me just remind myself of the instruction. Stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving inside you and feel the joy of breathing it out. And then, after you've taken the 5 breaths, say the magic words, thank you for the magical air that I breathe. So let's go. Okay,
shall
so I'll,
shall I
I'll
shall
count
I
us.
put some soft music in the
Yeah,
background?
yeah. Do you want us to just do the 5 breaths and they say and that quietly, or do you want me to lead to guide us with each breath? Is it
I
guided
would love,
or just
I would love for you to guide us, because we are
okay?
guiding
Good.
people who probably would love that little support,
Yes.
as they do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Good. All right. No problem. All right. I'm going to do it with my eyes closed, but you can do it however you want. It's helpful for me to just focus and turn my attention inward. All right. So allow your body to relax and focus on the inside. And then allow yourself to take a deep breath in and breathe out slowly. Relax. Another deep breath in. Breathe out slowly and relax. Another breath in. Breathe out slowly and relax. Another breath in and out. Relax and one more. Breathe out and relax. And here we say thank you for the breath that
Thank
I breathe in my body.
you.
Thank you for the breath that I breathe in my body. Thank you for this breath that I breathe in my body. Thank you for this breath that I breathe in my body. Thank you for this breath that I breathe. Ah, and that's it. We can open our eyes. It's
Absolutely
calming, isn't it? Very calming.
beautiful.
It,
Absolutely beautiful.
mm, that's what we do when we're being, that's called grounding. We're grounding ourselves. So just refocusing on what really is, because when you're anxious, you're focused on the future, the past, and that's not really what is, isn't it? So it's just refocusing. So wherever you are, whatever you're going through, it may feel like you're out of control or things are out of control. I love what Rijeko said a week or so ago when she said, the thing that you have control over is you. You may not be able to control your circumstances. May not be able to control the people and what they're doing. You
Yeah.
may not be able to control anything around you.
Yeah.
Guarantee you one thing: you have the power to control you,
Yeah.
your thoughts, your feelings, your behavior is within your control. And
Yeah.
when it feels out of control, it's time to regain control. And how do you do that? Practice exactly what we've been doing. Turn your focus inward, turn your focus to what you can control. Control your breathing, control where your attention goes, control your focus. All those things are within your control.
Mm.
It can't happen without you. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us today. And for those who are interested in starting a business, a digital business like ours, where there is an opportunity to partner with others as you grow yourself and grow your business. It's a unique business that comes ready made with a lot. It comes with systems, automated systems that allow you to, they support you in closing sales in the background while you get on with other stuff. This business also allows you to, as Rujeko has explained, we use attraction marketing. So it uses we leverage social media to be able to draw those aligned clients to us. And we just get to learn how to use social media to do that. And finally, although the business has got high quality um, tech with it and high quality products with it, we not we allow, we don't actually sell anything, we don't actually market that stuff, but what we do, we allow all that to convert into real tangible revenue by using through a digital business. And you can learn all that by signing up on either mine or Rejeko's web email address, not email address, sorry. Uh, I'm
Yeah.
forgetting what it's called now.
Yeah.
Website.
Yes. Website.
Website. You sign up there, and there is a complimentary workshop or webinar that you can watch that tells you everything that you need to know. Part of what I've told you and more in how you can start a business that will allow you to work around your life and not have to give up your health, give up your peace, or, you can choose what you want to give up, but you don't have to give up anything. Even the work that you do, you don't have to give up your job. This is a
Mm.
business you can do around that as we've been doing. So if you're interested in that, as I said, sign up. Now, because it's a real legitimate business, please, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It This is not financial advice. So please make sure that you do your due diligence and check in and do your research to learn more about this. That's why we recommend that you watch the free um, webinar or workshop to get more information. With that, there'll be an investment of 149 dollars that allows you to get even more information, more in-depth information, broken down, detailed information that allow you to make an informed decision about whether this is a match for you in terms of the model of business that you want to do. Business is an investment. Business is something that can change your life, so you can't take it lightly. And so that's why we don't. We recommend, before we ever do anything with you, we always advise that you do due diligence and complete our training, which is very, very much focused on empowering you with information, knowledge, and understanding of what you're getting into. Because as I said, we take it seriously. Your decision must be a decision that's made from information, fully informed and fully aligned with what you are looking for. So, with that in mind, thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you at our next live. That will be next Friday. So make time to spend with us. See you then. Bye bye for now.